Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Airlines Quest. Today, we're diving deep into a massive shakeup in the aviation industry. Boeing has just announced a deal that's sending shockwaves through the sector. Let's break down what's happening, why it matters, and what it could mean for the future of air travel. First, let's cover the basics. Boeing has agreed to acquire the majority of Spirit AeroSystems in a deal valued at a whopping $8.3 billion. Now, $8.3 billion might sound like a lot, but in the world of aerospace, it's a strategic investment that could reshape the industry. Well, if you've ever flown on a Boeing 737, you've probably been inside a fuselage made by Spirit. They're one of Boeing's most crucial suppliers, producing major components for both commercial and defense aircraft. Now, here's where things get interesting. Spirit AeroSystems isn't just any supplier. They used to be part of Boeing. Back in 2005, Boeing spun off this division to a private equity firm. Spirit later went public, becoming an independent company. So in a way, this deal is like Boeing bringing a long-lost child back into the fold. But why now? Why is Boeing making this move in 2024? Well, to understand that, we need to look at the turbulent relationship between these two companies in recent years. Cast your mind back to 2018 and 2019. Two tragic crashes involving Boeing 737 MAX planes resulted in 346 deaths and led to a global grounding of the aircraft. While Spirit wasn't directly implicated, these accidents put Boeing's entire production process under the microscope. Fast forward to August 2023, and Boeing identified another 737 MAX quality problem involving parts made by Spirit. This time it was improperly drilled holes, causing delays in deliveries. But the troubles didn't stop there. In January 2024, a door plug, yes, a door plug, blew out of an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX shortly after takeoff. Thankfully, everyone survived, but it led to another temporary grounding and more scrutiny. Guess who made that door plug? You got it, Spirit AeroSystems. Now, I'm not saying these incidents are the sole reason for this acquisition, but they certainly highlight the need for better integration and quality control in Boeing's supply chain. Let's hear what Boeing's outgoing CEO, Dave Calhoun, had to say about the deal. We believe this deal is in the best interest of the flying public, our airline customers, the employees of Spirit and Boeing, our shareholders, and the country more broadly. Calhoun goes on to say that by reintegrating Spirit, they can fully align their commercial production systems, including safety and quality management. In other words, they're hoping to have more control and oversight over the entire manufacturing process. But this deal isn't just about fixing past problems. It's also about preparing for the future. The aviation industry is facing increasing pressure to innovate, particularly when it comes to sustainability. By bringing Spirit back in-house, Boeing might be better positioned to develop and implement new technologies across its entire production line. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, doesn't Spirit also work with other aircraft manufacturers? Good question. And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of this story. Enter Airbus, Boeing's biggest rival. In a move that seems almost coordinated, Airbus announced its own deal with Spirit AeroSystems on the same day. But here's the kicker. Airbus is acquiring Spirit's Airbus-related operations for just $1. Yes, you heard that right, $1. But don't be fooled by that price tag. This is a strategic move by Airbus to secure its own supply chain. The deal includes the production of A350 fuselage sections in North Carolina and France, A220 wings and mid-fuselage production in Northern Ireland and Morocco, and other A220 parts made in Kansas. Airbus says this move will ensure stability of supply for its commercial aircraft programs. It's a clear sign that both Boeing and Airbus are looking to bring more of their production in-house and have greater control over their supply chains. So, what does all this mean for the aviation industry as a whole? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. On the positive side, these moves could lead to better quality control and potentially safer aircraft. With more direct oversight of the entire production process, both Boeing and Airbus might be able to catch and fix issues more quickly. It could also lead to more innovation. By integrating their suppliers more closely, these companies might be able to implement new technologies and designs more efficiently. But there are also some potential downsides. With major suppliers being absorbed by the big players, we might see less competition in the aerospace supply chain. This could potentially lead to higher costs in the long run. There's also the question of how these moves will affect the workforce. While both Boeing and Airbus have said they value the employees at Spirit, big mergers like this often lead to some job restructuring. It's also worth noting the broader geopolitical implications. The aerospace industry is often seen as a matter of national importance, particularly in the US and Europe. These moves by Boeing and Airbus could be seen as efforts to strengthen their positions not just as companies, but as national champions in their respective countries. Now, it's important to remember that these deals aren't done yet. They still need to go through regulatory approval, and in Airbus's case, they've said there's no guarantee the transaction will be concluded. But the fact that both companies are moving in this direction tells us a lot about where the industry is headed. So what do you think about these moves? Are they good for the aviation industry? Will they lead to safer, more innovative aircraft? Or are you concerned about the potential downsides? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.